Howdy everybody. Here I am underneath the Allen Mogul, and I've just been working on the axle pump here, and I had taken off the line on the left where the light is playing right now, and I was thinking about redoing that line, but unfortunately there's just not a lot of other room here underneath the locomotive. My idea was to here's the supply line. I was thinking I could bring it under here, and that would probably fit, but there's not a lot of room for a fitting that would go, clear here and go straight to the water pump. It might be possible. I might end up making something, but with the front pilot truck on there, it looked like it was going to be awful crowded, and I did not want to run the risk of cutting that copper water supply line with the truck. Which brings up another point. The truck, the prints there's a cast iron plate that's on the bottom here that the plate gets this machine, and that's normally the pivot point for the front pilot truck. And forgive me if I'm not using the correct terminology, but I had read the Don Orr Tale of Five Moguls. He mentioned a modified front truck, and that's what I wanted to show here. I ended up putting this steel plate, I think it's 1/4 inch by 1.5 inches, and it goes across the bottom of the frame. You can see it's got this steel pivot point thing in here, and it's just fastened with a washer and a cotter key right here that holds the pivot point together, and it extends the arm. I'm not an engineer by any stretch of the imagination, but you can see it extends the pivot area back a few inches, and it also lowers it, which apparently helps the pilot truck in its tracking. So let me show you. Here is the actual pilot truck that I took out. Put my light down and pick this thing up. So here is it ends right here ordinarily, and you would have a hole drilled here, and that would be your pivot point somewhere in there. But like I said, what the alternate point extends that out back several inches. I don't have a scale on me, but that's 3.5 inches further back, and lower is the pivot point. So like I said, hopefully that'll help it track. A couple of things I did to make sure that it could move left and right. I did carefully follow the directions about milling this out and smoothing it. This is the area where this large steel cup goes down and is bolted in. I'll show you the bolt, but there's a bolt through here, through the top of the apron, so that kind of provides a little bit of resistance to the movement, a little stability of the pilot truck apparently. So, and I used old-timey wheels just for looks. Most of the Allen ones come with the solid front pilot wheels, but I like the spoked ones, so I used those when I made this. That's one of the first parts I made. It's probably 8 or more years ago. So that's what the pilot truck looks like. Anyway, coming back to the water pump, the axle pump rather. This is the modified axle pump design. It's forward of the normal one. The normal one is supposed to be inside here, and so it is a little easier access, very easy access, if you take off the pilot truck, which is not that hard, just a couple of cotter keys to pull out. So I think I'm going to keep it this way. I may play with a different line arrangement there on that side, but the outlet should be good, and we'll just see. I'll keep y'all posted as I go through this process. But once again, thanks for watching, and I hope this is helpful to somebody who's building an Allen Mogul or similar locomotive.